Three things. One, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for this community and this crowd that's obviously embracing this team, as they should. They are really good. The composure that young team had, the aggression and confidence that they played with, shout out to them. I thought they did a great job. Really credit their coaching staff for how they got their young team ready. And they gave us all we could handle. And I thought it was really good for us, but really want to give them credit and you all credit for helping them build it. It's not a one-person thing. It's not even a basketball team thing. It has to be a program and a community that builds a team like that, and you guys are well on your way. Second thing, really proud of these two, especially Sienna. I think that her confidence, one of the things I've always admired about her, I'm talking about it like she's not, can't hear me, but the thing I've always admired about Sienna is her relentless confidence. And I think in this situation, I always told her that as you keep learning and you're going to get exposed as you grow as a freshman, but as you keep learning, never lose that. And she was ready when we needed her. When Lauren got in that third foul in the first half, I thought Sienna was ready and stepped up big. And what I love about that is she's had to fight through the hard to get to that position, and she delivered for her team when we needed her. And so great job by Sienna. And then lastly, I think just in general, our team has to, sort of learn in the chaos of things. I didn't think we were as poised as we needed to be. But I think that's a great learning moment for us. And I thought we needed to be tested on the road. We knew that Illinois was going to be really tough. We didn't execute our scouting report in the first half the way that we needed to. And it put us in a sort of a situation that we were playing in a style that we didn't want to play. And so we got to learn from that. And we got exposed in some areas. And what I challenged our team with in the locker room is have the humility to learn and have a growth mindset of what got exposed today. Because if we'll face that and lean into that, we'll develop a toughness that maybe we wouldn't have gotten otherwise that will pay off in March.
Question for our student athletes. We got microphones.
I had one for Coach. Should I just wait till after the players?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, I'll wait.
For Sienna, I'm Daniel Thompson from Basketball Society. When you had to battle through what you had to get to this season and get to contribute, what does it mean to learn from such an excellent group of upperclassmen, including, your own sister?
I think I'm just really, really lucky. I don't think many get this experience to just play with so many, just WNBA prospects. And they're not just only great players, but they're great people and they're great leaders to each other, but to us younger people as well. So I think it just teaches us a lot. And I just think I'm growing and learning every single day. And it just makes me prepared for moments like this where I do get my opportunity to go out there. So I'm just really, really grateful to be with this group. It's hard some days, but overall, I think I'm just going to look back and just be really appreciative for the highs and lows of this journey so far.
I guess just for either one of the players, the job that you guys did on Barry Wallace tonight, for their number 23, their best player, or Illinois' best player, just take me through what you guys were able to do to take her out of the game like you did.
Yeah, she's a really amazing player, and I thought the coaches, put together a really great scout for her, but just trying to, make it as tough as possible, get her going with, with her opposite hand a little bit. But I mean, for how, well we tried, she did a really good job, and I think Gabs did a really good job defensively. I mean, she just stepped up, and Coach was saying in the locker room, like, even when we tried to give her a break, she didn't want to take it. She just wanted that matchup, and really amazing job for Gabs just stepping up and doing that role and being what she needed to be for us. So really proud of her.
Hi, Lauren. For you, I know Coach kind of just touched on this, but how did it feel when you went to the bench in foul trouble in the first half to see Sienna sort of step up?
Great. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't really happy with myself. Obviously didn't want to be in that position, but just trying to, help out the team in any way that I can. So talking to people from the bench, trying to help our posts out defensively, just trying to continue to have my voice be heard. But it doesn't matter where I am on the floor. I have to help out the team in any way that I can. So, but next time I won't be in that position. So.
Hi, Sienna. I'm Laura with the Daily Illini. Question for you. What was going through your mind when you kind of had to step up with some of the foul trouble that your team was in?
Yeah, I just, things happen in games, so just being prepared for that moment. I was honestly just really, really excited. I thought it was, I don't know. I also just love playing with the girls that we have, so I was just excited to go out there and play with them. A little nerves, I'm not going to lie. But honestly, I just wanted to do whatever it took to win, whatever position Coach Cori and the staff wanted me in, just taking all the advice I can get. But I think I just went out there and remembered all the reps that we took, not just for the scout, but just preseason, all of that. Just knowing that I'm ready for that moment and whatever moment they need me in.
Lauren, I have like a little bit of a bigger picture question. Illinois is so young as a team, and they talk about how old you guys are. Obviously, what do you remember about relatively? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They talk like, what do you remember about those early years as you guys kind of go through it a little bit as a younger team and then grow together? Like, what's important in that growth, and what do you remember from that?
Yeah, I think it's just trusting the process and having like a very, gritty mentality that regardless of who you're playing on the floor, that you're going to compete and you're going to give it your all and you're going to continue to just get better every single day. And I think Illinois, for being such a young team, like they're really amazing and their guards did a really good job today. But yeah, just continuing to trust the process, and they're going to be amazing in the future. They're amazing now. So just continuing to just keep your head down and work every single day. I think that's going to be really important for sure.
Hi, Lauren. It's Janelle. I have a question for you. What was your kind of personal turning point in your performance? Like, what made you know that like this is the time, like it's now or never?
Yeah, I think as soon as I came out, I knew that I needed to lock in. But no, when we went into the locker room, I think, just finding any way that I can just step up and do a better job once I go into the game. I know it was kind of close, and we talked about we wanted to, pound the ball in the paint. And so I'm just continuing to get good steals, just score any way that I can. But I don't know. I feel like our guards did a really amazing job of finding me tonight. So I think they helped a lot with that. But just doing my job at the end of the day, I think that's what's most important.
For Lauren, when you did go to the bench, what was it like to see your teammates kind of step up, and what does that say about this team's depth?
Yeah, I mean, this team is really, really special, and I know I'm a little biased, but I am really proud of Sienna. I think freshman year is extremely hard, and especially coming to a program where you're, up against a lot of amazing seniors who, like she said, are WBA prospects, and she continues to just work really hard every single day and just trust her process and just, get better and ask great questions. And so she came out, and I was talking to her before the game, and I told her just be confident, like regardless of what happens, and she went out and did that. So I'm really proud of you. Good job. And like Angela, Gabs, we have amazing people inside who are going to get the job done, and I have a lot of trust and faith in them. So regardless of, what happens in the game, we have the group of people that are just going to be ready no matter what. So
for Lauren, you've played with Gabriella obviously for 3 years now. She's taken a significant leap this year. Did you see that coming? And if you did or didn't, like what did she do behind the scenes that contributed to what we're seeing now on the floor?
Yeah, Gabs her work ethic is just like insane. What I love most about her is that she doesn't care about the hype. She doesn't need any media attention. That doesn't matter to her. She just wants to do whatever it takes to win. But I think, the amount of work that she's done behind the scenes that I've seen, that the team has seen, has definitely gotten to where she's at. And she deserves all of the credit and all the success she's having this year. She's been working so hard, and she's just such a selfless person on our team and selfless leader. And we really appreciate her. But yeah, she's having an insane season. I'm just so proud of her. She's incredible. So.
I guess for either one of you two, it looked like you guys were posting their four as regularly as you could. Was that something you wanted to do, or is that just kind of part of the way that the game unfolded?
They're four-player.
Yeah, Parchment, because they started bigger this game than they have in the past. I don't know if that was something you guys wanted to attack.
Yeah, honestly,
either way.
Yeah, either way. We were just going to post up whoever honestly was guarding any of us at that point. I think, the main thing today was just trying to get as many points inside as we could, and I thought we did a good job of that. So.
Yeah, we had 48 points in the paint, and that was a big piece. We thought we had an advantage at either side if they were going to play us one-on-one, and so to whichever could establish that position first, that's what we wanted to do.
And Lauren, since that Texas game, seems like you all have grown a lot as a team.
Yeah.
Can you speak on some of the things you all have learned since that moment?
Yeah, I thought that was a really eye-opening game for us, and Texas is a really physical, scrappy team, and I thought they kind of, I don't know, they kind of just, it was a really bad game for us. Yeah, they did. So I think, moving forward, I think Coach Cori has done a really good job of just pushing us every single day and not letting up and setting that, holding that standard. Exactly. And
they've loved it.
Yeah, we've loved every single day at practice. But I mean, I think it's just like that gritty mentality that we have to go out with every single day, that regardless of who we're playing, we're going to compete to the highest level and be the best version of us. And it doesn't matter who we're competing against. And in practice, just trying to get a better every single day. That's all that matters. We're preparing for March, exactly. just you guys will answer. But yeah, I don't know. I think that game was really important for us and we needed it. So I'm just really proud of the steps forward that we've taken as a team.
Completely unrelated to tonight's game, but do either of you have a favorite unrivaled team that you're rooting for right now?
Oh. I don't know. I think what's the one that? Oh God, I'm really bad. What's the one that Paige and Cam and all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Breeze.
Yeah, they're doing
Breeze.
pretty well right now. Yeah, I like watching them. I think they're fun.
I like whatever ones the Bruins are on. So that would
Fair.
be Jordan Canada or Monique Billings.
Me too.
And,
Yeah,
so,
honestly, same.
So, but it's great to see the unrivaled league doing the way it's, doing great. They were both brought in earlier in the year to for some future, possible prospects. But I think it's a huge step of what for the game and how it's growing, and really want to be supportive of Unrivaled and what they're able to accomplish right now.
Anything else for our student athletes?
I'll get to you, but before they leave, I don't know who asked the question about the young team, and I could not be prouder of the loyalty and the trusting of the process of our core group. It's almost unheard of anymore. And I would say to this young core group at Illinois that if they can stay together and through the ups and downs, fight the urge to choose themselves or to look elsewhere, or I always say the grass isn't greener on the other side, the grass is greener where you water. And I have a group that has chosen to stay together. Has chosen to stay together even when it's really hard. And you talk about Sienna, what she said about right now, it's not easy playing with all these players. And, she could have chosen a much more comfortable path. But if you're willing to step into the hard and learn from the experiences and the failures, let them help you fail forward, you can do something really special. And most people choose the easy way out when it gets hard. And we are where we are because we've had a core group of people that's been willing to stay committed even when it's really hard. And if they will choose that, they can be in a really special place.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
How's it going, Coach? You kind of talked about just the atmosphere at the State Farm Center. Just what kind of makes it special, if you could expand on that, and how would you kind of compare it to maybe some other venues that you've coached? Do you think Urbana-Champaign is pretty good when it comes to other schools?
Yeah, I used to coach at Florida State in a college town kind of feel, and I actually looked up how many people live here, and it's very similar to what I experienced at Tallahassee. There's just something about the college town feel. There's a loyalty that's what's happening at the University of Illinois, and I just think, you have a coaching staff, number one, that's building it the right way. I've been doing this for 33 years, and I wouldn't tell you if I didn't like them, but I really mean it when I say I really respect the job that they're doing. You don't do that alone. You have an administration here who believes in what women's basketball can become. And the athletic director here deserves a ton of credit for that. If you don't have those two things, you don't have the enthusiasm of the community that surrounds that team. Even just as we were leaving the court, hearing, have Coach Green talk to the fans and really include them. People that support women's basketball are not just coming for entertainment. They're coming with a connection to the student athlete experience. And I think she's doing a great job of connecting the fan base, to that team and to the journey that they're on. It really is a community thing. And I think it was a great atmosphere. I thought that they were really behind the team. I loved the student section. What did you call it? The Orange Crush? Is that what I heard? I thought that was great. I think we need that in the Big Ten. We need every environment to be really tough. It actually just raises the level for everybody. And so just a credit to, the whole athletic department and community for what they're building. Keep it up.
Coach, what was the approach with Barry Wallace? Seems like he had her sped up quite a bit.
Yeah, they do so many great actions, and we just decided we were going to try to top block her whenever we could, and not even let her get to her spots where she's able to get into rhythm shots. And they like to bring her off of a lot of zoom action, or they like to have her be the screener come off of a flare, and we just tried to make her back cut. And then we were going to try to help from other places and try to make her touches a lot more difficult. And Gabriela Jaquez just did a great job with that. But, but it opened up other players. I mean, I thought 30 and 2, goodness gracious. There's not many people guards that have been able to go around and finish over Lauren Betts. And I'm talking across the country. I mean, she's the National Defensive Player of the Year. And so a couple of those buckets that she got at the end of the game, credit to them. So we had to pick our poison a little bit. Once we took Wallace away, it opened us up in sort of that middle ball screen action in some different ways that 30 and 2 were able to attack a little bit more. But, Gabs really deserves the credit for, how we top blocked and made her play off the back cut and covered for her on the backside.
I wanted to ask you about 30 Parchment. She kind of did a little bit of everything offensively. What makes her a difficult guard, and what did you see today in person that maybe held up to or exceeded what you saw on film?
Well, yeah. There's a couple of those threes. We were, of course, all over our team because once she got hot, we needed to crowd her space more. But my goodness, a couple of those she hit with someone right there, and I thought number one, her confidence. That was not easy. I just felt like she was having a night. She was in a rhythm. I thought she came off confidently in her three ball. Wasn't like she got these clean catch and shoots. She had to work to come off screens and maximize our switches, and she did that as well as anyone we've played. And so credit to her on how she made us pay for some of those matchups.
Hi, Coach. You guys lead the conference in three-point shooting, but you only made one tonight. So how did the lack of threes falling affect play calling and how your team got points?
Well, they did something that very few people have done, and we were okay with this. But, they weren't sending double and triple teams. They were like, well, if we're going to play that, at least we're giving up a 2 and not a 3 on the inside out. So, that's if you're going to do that, then we're going to just try to pound the paint. And we thankfully have a lot of different ways that we can score and be effective on the offensive end. And so tonight was a night that if you're going to play that way, that we just need to keep going until, we stop. It also got us to the free throw line more. And so that was a situation where we were able to do that. But, they're one of the first teams we played in a long time that, played us that way. And I think that's okay. I think the reality for us needs to be that that's fine. If you're going to take away 3-pointers, then that's fine. We're going to just pound it inside. And so it was just that night. I think it was much more of a stylistic thing than a we didn't make threes thing.
Cori, you mentioned your scouting report kind of going to hell early. Just 30 and 2 are two freshmen, and they run a lot of ball screen action with those two players. Did you have to make an adjustment to how you were guarding that early on based on your 2-day prep?
Well, we didn't make the adjustment quick enough. I think probably I could have done a better job. We weren't doing it. We've been really good at executing what we've set out to do. And with 2 days prep, that's a lot of time, for us. Well, actually for us, it was a 1-day prep. We didn't practice the day after our Northwestern game, but it really shouldn't matter. The reality for us is it was clear what we were supposed to do. We just didn't do it. I think that I could do a better job, honestly, as a coach. Sometimes I just need to, I probably should have trapped more of those ball screens in the first half. The other thing, I could have maybe hard hedged or even gone zone a couple of possessions just to disrupt momentum. And sometimes you get so mad as a teacher that they're not doing what you asked them to do, that I need to be less stubborn and go, hey, let's play a couple of possessions. We'll deal with that problem later. But right now we need to just change momentum. And I think I could have been a better coach for them in the first half to make some of those adjustments quicker. They're very right-hand dominant. They run all that false action on the left side with tons of different actions, but it comes back to coming to the right hand in the open side of the floor. And we didn't execute the way we needed to on those switches, and so we ended up being in really difficult positions late. We also gave up tons of offensive rebounds in that first half. That was the other problem. So the two big things we talked about at halftime was, just really sticking our foot outside that lane line when they were trying to get downhill on the tunnel with their right hand, and then being much more physical on our box outs. We need to fire out and hit them first, but I think I could have been a better coach and helped us with some of those momentum changes too.
Hi, Coach. So what kind of preparations and practices did you implement on your girls with only the one-day prep?
Well, I talked about administrations. We're really used to this coming from the Pac-12 because every week you have it. And I actually like that rhythm to keep it because that's how the NCAA tournament's going to be. So, and also with a veteran team, I really don't. Recovery is really important. So after we've sort of gotten into a rhythm that with our kids that play under 20 minutes, they have a certain workout the day after that first game. And then our kids that have more minutes than 20, they really just rest and recover. And we have sort of a routine with that. But credit to our administration. I think being able to travel our scout guys is a big deal, and it allows us to be really efficient in the time that we had yesterday, and especially with a team like Illinois that has so many sets. But we're really used to that. I think our coaching staff does a tremendous job in how they create scouting reports, how we use film, how we build up to what we're going to do. And obviously, we didn't do as good of a job executing that of what we needed to, but I feel completely equipped, and we know how to create a one-day prep situation that allows us to be excellent.
Yeah, Coach, Lauren obviously in foul trouble early, comes out in the second half and takes 9 shots in the third quarter and is just relentless. So you've known her for a long time now. What makes her resilient as she is?
Her willingness to face hard things over the last 3 years that we've been. People always say, oh, well, you need to give them more confidence. And I just don't believe you give people confidence. You put them in scenarios where they have to face really hard things and they learn how to conquer them, and you earn confidence. And she has earned that. She's been very public about that confidence has not always come easy for her. And her battle with mental health and really having the confidence to know who she is and what she's earned, and just to walk in with her shoulders back and to know not only what she is as a basketball player, but who she is as a young woman. And I think she has had the courageous steps to say, you know what? I'm going to really lean into these hard things. I'm going to develop new habits. I'm going to talk to myself differently. I'm going to work on myself from the inside out and trust that eventually the work done in the dark always gets revealed in the light. And you're getting to see that right now.